Hello again, my fellow speakers. I am Brian, the speaker for the dead. Just wanted to do another video today, something that's been on my mind, actually something that kind of happened to me last night that has made me realize that I need to do another video specifically on this. For those of you who don't know, I live in the Intermountain West in Idaho. And we have a neighboring state that I end up in quite a bit because of my job. And anyway, so this is going to be a little bit of a rant. But I'm going to try and keep it upbeat and positive because I don't want to be like depressing and stuff all the time. But still, I want to discuss a serious problem that I'm sure that anybody who's ever seen someone from this state has experienced this problem firsthand. What is it that I'm talking about? Utah drivers suck. You're the worst. Okay? Now, having said that, I have family who live in Utah. I have friends that live in Utah. And you know if this applies to you or not. So before you go get all butthurt and offended, well, people in Idaho drive terrible too. Whatever. Because yeah, there's bad drivers in every state. There is as a long haul truck driver. I have driven in almost every state in the union, and lower 48 states anyway. Never been to Alaska, but and I've seen crappy drivers in every single state. The difference here is that per capita of people, Utah is the worst. They are just awful. I mean, I have driven in Los Angeles, Chicago, Detroit, Baltimore, Maryland. I mean, I've been in some of the biggest cities in the country. Never been to New York. I hear it's terrible, but mainly just because of the congestion there. But I have never experienced the same level of rudeness and incompetence on the road as I experience when I'm in Utah. It is awful. Just last night I was pulling up, and Utah is one of the only places where, especially in the Salt Lake City area, there's a stretch there from basically from Brigham City to Spanish Fork on the other end. It's straight 100 miles of city. You are in the city the whole time running through that I-15 corridor, and it doesn't matter where you drive in that area, you run into the dumbest, most ignorant drivers anywhere in this country. It is crazy. Last night I was trying to signal to get over. They're doing some road construction, and there was people coming on the on-ramp, and I'm trying to get over so I can merge to get off where I need to get off. And this dumb girl in a car is sitting there and just right on my back bumper of my trailer, so I can't get over. And I signaled, and she sped up and got up right alongside my cab and just sat there. Blinker going, and she's oblivious. And then she goes by, she's got this dumb little, what? What are you doing? I outweigh you by how many tons? All I have to do is go, boom, and she's off in the borrow pit. And I just carry on my way, because I'm in a truck. But it's crazy. I mean, and I had to sit there. I mean, and thankfully the person behind her wasn't as big of a raging prick as she was, and actually flashed his lights and let me over. But I mean, he could have easily done the same thing. So kudos to the one guy who wasn't a complete jerk. But I mean, seriously, every time I go down there, there's some crazy thing that happens. I've watched accidents happen where people, I was coming on an on-ramp one day, and getting back on the freeway, and this car behind me decides he can't wait one more damn second. He's got to go. I'm just taking so long to get up to speed, and I was empty, so I was clipping right along. And without even looking, he just bails over to come, and I'm in the lane of travel now, and he just bails out to come into the other lane. The problem was, there was another person in that spot. Yeah, right there, where you're gonna go now. Didn't look, didn't care. Boom, moved over. Well, problem was that car, he saw it just a little bit too late, and he started swerving and went whoosh, boom, right into the concrete barrier right in the middle of the road. because he couldn't wait one more second. How many seconds are you waiting now? I mean, I hope he didn't get hurt. I just kind of saw it in the rearview mirror. We're on a 4-lane freeway, and I couldn't pull over so I could tell anybody what had happened. But I mean, he absolutely deserved what happened to him. Just the most idiotic, ignorant thing. Couldn't wait one more second, and everybody down there drives like that. Like there are houses on fire, and they've got to get home. I mean, nowhere else in the country have I had that same problem. So before you say, oh, you don't know, you don't understand what you're talking, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I've got the experience to know exactly what. Tell you what, another story. Just last week, I went to Kentucky. I went to Tennessee, pardon me. And I was going through Missouri on my way back. They've got some flooding going on right there, so they kind of, you have to take a route around to get through to where you want to go. So you're on a 2-lane road instead of a freeway right now. Anyway, so I'm coming along, we're on this 2-lane road, and we start going up this little incline of a hill. And all of a sudden, there's double yellow line. Well, this car behind me has just been doing this, you know, you've watched them in your rearview mirror, where they're like, oh, let me see if I can get out. Nope. Oh, let me see if I can get out. Nope. And they just sit there and do that, like I said, like their house is on fire. And I'm in Missouri. And they hit this double yellow line, and that's when this guy decides, I can't wait one more second, damn it, I gotta go. Room takes off on a blind hill, double yellow line, completely illegal, and goes racing past me. And just a couple seconds after that, somebody come over the hill. Had he done that a couple seconds later, he'd gone head on into that car. And guess where he was from? You guessed it, friends, Utah. He had Utah plates. I'm like, I'm in Missouri and you still find me. How is that possible? And I just think, what a bad thing to represent your state in. I mean, because, you know, and Utah's known for being predominantly Mormon, and so that reflects badly on the LDS Church. Now, I'm not saying everybody in Utah that drives like crap is a Mormon or member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, because we're not Mormons. But I mean, unfortunately, that's the perception that it gives, whether you're an LDS or not, and I mean, just awful drivers. I would rather drive in Los Angeles than Salt Lake City. I mean, what does that say? That every time you go down there, you're going to have a bad experience with another driver. I mean, inevitably, you're either going to have people trying to run you over, you're doing the speed limit or more, and you've got people still trying to run over you and darting in and out of traffic like there's some kind of housefly on crack. It's bizarre. Anyway, so, I mean, if any of you have ever had experiences with Utah drivers where you just like, what are you doing? Are you, what kind of drug could you possibly be on to make this behavior okay? It's got to be a combination of cocaine and Ambien, because it just like, wow. Anyway, so, yeah. Just post this video, like it and share. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you want to get notifications for future videos, hit the little bell and it'll pop up and tell you when my next video's been loaded. But hope you have a great day. And like I say, make a comment. Tell me about your stories with Utah drivers. If you're going to tell me about Idaho drivers, don't bother. I don't care, because I know we got them here too. But if you don't think that it's a bigger problem in Utah, you're nuts. Just don't even. So have a great day, and talk to you again.